for sure. Oh, we're doing it. Anything else?
Hey, where's his nose?
go.
Wait till at the end when you take pictures.
Legal.
I'll go ahead and we'll come back.
After it's over.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys, if I can get your attention, I've got a microphone here, but honestly, I don't think I will need it. We usually start these, or I've been real fortunate to be a part of several of these opportunities for players that we've had. And I don't know, this is probably, 20, 25 kids. And I usually start them by saying, it doesn't take very long to sign that piece of paper. You think, well, it's not that big a deal. But I've always emphasized the thing that is the really big deal about it all is all the work and stuff that's gone into it to get an opportunity to be able to sign that piece of paper. I know her family has put a lot of time in it, and she has put a lot of time in it. And to get to the point that she has an opportunity to go and play at another level is always a really special moment. And I know they appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being here for Kendra also. All my teams know, they see me carry around these cards all the time. I usually write some things out because I don't want to forget some things and forget some people and stuff. And then I get to talking, and then I kind of throw the card to the side, and I don't really get to say what all these things. I've got some notes here. A little bit about Kendra and some of her career stats, or at least some of her senior high stats and things. During 3 years of senior high basketball, she averaged about 13 points per game and about 7.5 or 8 rebounds per game for us the last 3 years. She's also, and she'll understand when I'm talking about this, she's also developed into one of the best defenders that we had this year. She got hurt in the season a little bit, and that kind of hampered her a little bit, but up until then, she had really turned into a really good defender for us also. And what I said, that she'll understand this, she knows I used to give her kind of a hard time, but she used to run to the offensive end a lot harder than she would ever run to the defensive end. She was a lot more excited to go to the other end, but she really turned into be a good defender for us also this year. Her 10th grade year, she pretty well had to play a post position because of people and personnel that we had. And then it kind of got to where, as she got to her junior and her senior year, she turned out and she played probably more guard stuff for us. And she really turned out to be one of the best guards, I think, that there was in our conference. And our conference was loaded with some really good guards. I think the thing that I appreciate about Kendra more than anything else is Kendra is one of the most coachable kids that I've ever coached. She can be coached really hard. She can be coached really soft. She listens. You can tell her something, she goes out and she really tries to do that as soon as you tell her. And I'm sure these guys here, this coach knows what I'm talking about, that she just does whatever somebody asks of her. She's always done a super good job of it. I was going to mention a couple as far as I know hard moments. Last night when I was thinking about some things I wanted to say, I thought we're going to set them right here. And probably a couple of the harder coaching moments that we had this year tend to be right here. Because usually when I call timeouts and we've got some real intense moments, some reason I tend to meet them. And we tend to have them right out here. And I know and I know the players will know what I'm talking about when I say this. We had a moment early in the season where late in the game, it was a deal that we had a timeout and we talked about it. We wasn't getting the basketball to Kendra quite as much as we wanted it, or especially as much as I wanted us to get the basketball to Kendra. And we had an understanding, but she was able to understand what we wanted from that, and her teammates were able to understand that also. And then we had a moment late in the season too, and I think this was Kendra might have been a big instrumental part of setting this one off. She set back 3 years, maybe an inopportune moment. and we had a good, intense moment out here. But things like that is an example of how, as hard as I could be on her, she understood that. The next day we could talk about things like that, and she responded to things like that real well. And that's what I'm talking about. She was so coachable, and I appreciated that so much with her. Of all that, I think the best thing to describe what kind of winner Kendra is, though, is the fact that, and she can correct me if I'm wrong on the timing of this, and I know her parents can correct me on this stuff too. It was the end of her 6th grade year when she tore her first ACL. It's the youngest kid I've ever been associated with that tore an ACL at that age. She came back from that, didn't really get to play her 7th grade year. I think she may have played just a little bit toward the end of the season, a few minutes and things. Come back, had an 8th grade year as a junior high, then tears another ACL in between her 8th and 9th grade year, and misses her 9th grade year. To come back from that and to have a senior high season and career like she did after that, to me speaks what kind of a true competitor and winner she truly is. Anybody that's gone through any injuries, and especially anybody that's gone through ACL injuries, can have a special appreciation for knowing what it takes for a kid to go through a mindset with setbacks like that and still be able to achieve the things that she achieved, and especially to get to the point that she's about to sign a letter. She's ready, she's back. She helped our basketball team to a lot of success. I know with the change of conferences and the realignment of the leagues and things that we had a few years ago when it moved to baseballs and some of those back into our league. I think one of her best games that I remember was when we played baseball her junior year in the semifinals of the district tournament. And to be able to compete with the level of athletes that those people had really, again, shows a lot about the winner and competitor that Kendra is. She didn't let anything, hold her back. And I'm really excited and really proud for her. So all that being said, Kendra, I know we appreciate you a whole bunch, and we're excited for you. We're proud you got the opportunity or going to have the opportunity to go on and play at another level. So congratulations to Kendra. Congratulations to her parents. We sure appreciate them sharing Kendra with us. She's truly been a blessing to our program, and to my family and things. So we're so proud to be a part of this. Now, I told Kendra last night if she wanted to say anything, she'd have an opportunity to speak too. I wouldn't be all talking. Kendra, you want this long speech? You want the floor?
Thank y'all for coming and supporting me.
Short and sweet, huh?
Yeah.
Short and sweet. That's fine. Okay. So, at this time, pick that pen up, sign that paper. And congratulations. If y'all want to congratulate her, you're more than welcome to come down and congratulate her. I'm sure she wants some pictures. Take some pictures. I know she wants some of these other people to come up here and things. So who all you want up here and what order do you want to come up here?
We get the coaches, the high school coaches.
All right. Coach Brooks. Coach Harper.
Yes, somebody take a picture.
We're going to take pictures. We'll get the paper and all.
Take the coaches to your room. And get copies. Don't worry, I got her.
I think, Coach, you want to come and say something, Coach? You want to?
I can't get all on board.
Kendra had a good out-of-school basketball experience also with her AAU stuff and things. And this is one of the gentlemen that coached her in that. And we'll have to give him an opportunity to say some things about Kendra also.
You don't know, my name's Coach Tyson. You have to excuse my voice. If you know me, I like to holler a lot. So when we kick in the spring season, I never have my voice. I just want to thank this family. Great kids. We love those girls. We've been able to watch them grow. Now we're going to get the opportunity to watch 2 more grow. They've done everything they've had to do. We appreciate Coach for trusting us to coach his girls outside of his program. Kendra, 4th, 5th grade, somewhere in there. She's been a part of our program, and she's led by an example. And I think a lot of kids today is coming around because of the success of what she's done. So like Coach said, you know, the injury she had to battle back from. I tore my ACL once, and when they got done with me, I thought they was going to fly me back to Newport. So, you know what I mean? The way she come back and play ball and come right back after another one and still get to play on the next level, you don't hear that at all. Usually people shuts it down. So I want to commend her. I'm very proud of her. I'm not going to talk too long because I'll start crying. But Heather and Mike, y'all know y'all family, anything you need. A good, very good ball player, but a great kid, and that's the first thing, you know, be a great kid. So I'll shut up now. Congratulations.
It's a picture of that where it's
Yeah, basketball or teammates, y'all come down the girl. Come down together right behind me.
Bleed orange, bleed orange.
And Coach Tyson got to take a picture.
Ever bleed orange.
Everybody.
Anybody who plays for business, you know,
Ever bleed orange.
they take a picture.
I know it's more than that.
All right, guys, this concludes it, but at the same time,